Hey guys, how's it going? It's X666X Iron Maiden. Today, I wanted to bump this one up because of the importance and timing of it. This is the Stan Lee tribute rap from Daddyphatsnaps to the tune of Stan by Eminem. If I understood that right, that should be all correct. This one just came out from Daddyphatsnaps literally today. I guess yesterday to me, because I am one of his Patreon members, so I knew it was coming out. And I knew I wanted to do this one right away. It's super relevant. It's a tribute to a legend. I mean, Stan Lee is the man. We wouldn't have what we have now in the Marvel Universe without him, you know? Like, I'm a huge... you guys can tell, I'm a huge nerd, I guess you could say. You're just looking behind me on the shelf behind me, looking at my... Sometimes this is the way I even dress. I might be a metalhead, but the nerd in me is definitely... it's definitely huge. And that man is responsible for a lot of the stuff that I enjoy nowadays, so I felt like we had to do this one. So without further ado, let's check it out.
Hey, what's up, people? Just doing a really quick intro on this video. You know, we lost a great one not too long ago, Stan Lee. That's what this video is about. Really, I just wanted to pay homage to him because for me, you know, like I said, I grew up poor, and a lot of times the only thing that you know, I could have, or any kind of escape or present or whatever it may be, was a comic book. And a lot of times that's what kind of helped me escape as a kid. And I'm sure for a lot of other people it was the same as well.
Me,
I wanted to put this together. You know, Stan Lee was a genius and gave us all the entertainment that we
movies and TV,
you know, see in theaters and all that stuff. He was
also grew
the
up pretty
of that happening.
We're a pretty poor family.
You know, I'm putting this together with Music Divide. And yeah, I hope you guys like it, man. I got another video
Divides
coming
on
out
this
tomorrow,
one,
but I wanted to make sure I paid my respects to this genius of a man. So, hope you enjoy the video. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
It's not so bad. Hello, Mr. Stan. I'm your biggest fan. I've read every comic book you've ever written. Thor to Iron Man. Every time I turn the page, it takes me higher than the last one. Good guys battling assassins. It's kind of like my neighborhood. It's full of naughty people. All I wanted was a Spider-Man to come and conquer evil. Sometimes I pretend I'm flying like an eagle. Gotta be a hero, cause they never die and get a sequel. I stay inside mostly. Mama said it isn't safe. Got a TV with some rabbit ears, but every day it breaks. But because of you, Stan, I was out in space with the Silver Surfer. That is how I mentally escaped. I remember when I found a pencil in the house and drew, dreaming of a day that I could tell a story good as you. All I knew was pain, and you showed me creativity and made me think about a day that I could have abilities. I could finally protect myself and mom. If I'm bulletproof, we wouldn't have to run when guns are drawn. Best and worst of people, stories of what's right and wrong. Always fight against the odds, cause it's dark before the dawn. I look to what you wrote as a way to live with virtue. Professor Rex taught me turn my cheek when others hurt you. Iron Man taught me anyone can be a fighter if he puts his mind to it and he never loses fire. Thor taught me everybody struggles, even gods. Ant-Man showed me that size can be a fraud. Spider-Man showed me that life, it isn't promised. I wish you didn't have to prove that lesson, to be honest. Today I got a message from my wife that said you died, and I had a bunch of different feelings welling up inside. On one side, I was happy you had led a life to be proud of. and you get to be there with your wife. On the other side, I was sad I couldn't thank you for everything you've done, so I'm guessing this'll make do. I just wanna say you helped this little kid have a childhood, could never pay you back for what you did. Legacy will never die, and I will show my kids all your life's work, show how it evolved to what it is. So I'm here to pay respect and tell you what you meant to me. Excelsior, forever be a titan of the industry.
Damn, man. Whew, this is a prime example of how a lot of people felt hearing that news. Childhoods. Somebody that made people, showed people that you could be creative, and you know, just be creative. You come up with stuff, and you know, you could love it. Even if it doesn't make it big, you could love it. Here's me, guys. Oh, really wish I could get used to this time change. I'm trying to stay up late after being sick. It's getting harder. That was a beautiful tribute. It's nice to know the Divide doing the chorus here. I was curious if it was Daddyphatsnaps at first until I read the comment saying it was Divide. I probably would have thought it might have been him because it didn't sound too far off. But what can I really add to this, though? Truthfully, compared to what was already said in here, he covered it brilliantly. With definitely what a lot of people were thinking when they heard the news. I mean, I thought the same thing he mentioned here. Well, he had said he had passed. Actually, it was one of the first things I thought of as well. You know, if Daddyphatsnaps did think of that right away, about how at least he gets to be with his wife now. Hopefully, if there is that other side where you get to be with your family. Whatever, if you believe in it or you don't, still wish that upon someone, you know. But you're still sad at the same time, you know. There's not going to be any more. It's one last cameo with Stan Lee. That's all we got, just because we already recorded it before his passing, and that'll be it. It's gonna be our last Stan Lee cameo, and except for maybe if they want to try and do an animated one, which excuse me for all the yawning, guys. Having a hard time getting back to the normal after being sick here. It wouldn't surprise me if they attempted to do an animated or CGI Stan Lee that does a cameo at some point in one of the movies, because that's what Hollywood is now. It's trying to bring back people that you can't normally have and haven't been there. They do it all the time, and I hope they don't. A good idea, I thought, which would actually be really, I think people would be acceptable of it, is having Deadpool dress up as Stan Lee and come and do cameos. Was something I had seen mentioned, and I think that's a good idea. It'd be a nice tribute to Stan Lee to continually go on and use one of his characters and go with that. Man, I'm trailing off from the actual rap here, man. You nailed the rap. That's basically all I can say. I mean, it covered everything that everyone's feeling about this whole passing of a legend like Stan Lee. And I'm sure everyone has stories like this one about how he had changed the way people, some people think their creativity is, like you see a movie like Spider-Man where he's saving people's lives, fighting against evil. If that's your hero, I mean, that's an amazing thing, But yeah, either way, I could keep talking about this for a while, because Stan Lee said, the Marvel Universe is so huge, you can jump into so many things, but I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed checking this one out with me. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to see more from me. I'm also on Patreon if you'd like to support the channel. And as always, you guys have a good one. I'll catch you later.